¿Ya me escuchan?
Ya.
Pero ya no ven la presentación, ¿verdad?
No. No, ya.
Ok, díganme si ya la pueden ver.
Ya.
¿Ya?
Sí.
¿Y me escuchan bien?
Sí.
Okay. The question was, what did you understand when I mentioned frequency adverbs? Igual pueden contestar en el chat si pueden, ¿vale? Okay, Megan dice, they are the ones we use to express or describe how often we perform an action. Okay, Megan, perfect. What about the rest? Ale, words that describe something we usually do or don't do. Okay, thank you, Ale. Ok, vamos con la siguiente. Ok. In this part, we have the meaning of what is a frequency adverb. An adverb of frequency, as you said, is how often happen the actions. For example, an adverb of frequency describes how often an action happens. Okay? ¿Hasta aquí alguna duda?
No.
Okay, thank you. In the language, in the English language, we have 6 main adverbs. What I mean when I mention 6 main adverbs, there are not only 6. We have more main frequency adverbs. Sorry, but the 6 main adverbs are the adverbs that always or usually they use. For example, we have always, usually or normally, often, sometimes, rarely, or never. ¿Ok? ¿Hasta aquí alguna duda?
No, miss.
Okay. In these parts, I write a kind of pyramid. In this part, they mention the percent of the action happens, the level of the frequency adverbs, as you can see in the below. For example, we have that always have a 100% that the actions happens. For example, I always wake up at 6 o'clock. What about you, Liz? I always go to garbage shop. Okay, exactly. Tenemos the other one that it is usually that have 19%. The example is usually come home after work. That means that you do this action, I don't know, 3 times a week or 4 times a week, okay? Somebody can give me an example? ¿Alguien me puede dar un ejemplo?
I usually drink tea.
Can you repeat again, Josh, please? I can hear you.
I usually drink tea.
Okay, you usually drink tea. Thank you, Josh. We have another one that it is normally or generally that have 80%. And the example is, I normally or generally swim after school. Somebody can give me another example? Lisa, Layerson.
I normally go to misa in Sundays.
Okay, thank you, Liz. We have another one that it is often or frequently. you have to pay attention in the pronunciation, okay? The example is, I often spend Christmas with friends. I can say, I often spend my time with my family, for example. Somebody can give me another example? Remember that you can write on the chat if you can speak.
Teacher, wasn't sometimes?
Yes, no, often.
Often?
Mhm.
I often see my ex.
Okay. Sin palabras, sin comentarios. Okay, we have the other that have a 50%. It means that you not rarely, but you do these actions, I don't know, 2 times a week, for example, or 2 times a month, or something that you don't never do, or you do but not that frequently, okay? For example, I sometimes play tennis on the weekend. My example is I sometimes play football, I don't know, 2 times a week. Somebody can tell me another example?
I sometimes print my hair with a hair color.
Okay, thank you, Liz. And we have another example that it is from Ale that said, I sometimes listen to the radio. Okay, thank you, Ale. We have the other one that it is occasionally that have a 30%. And the example is, I occasionally eat Vietnamese food. Somebody can give me another example? Somebody can give me another example, girls or boys?
Teacher, podría ser occasionally, ay, se me fue. Occasionally I take a bath.
Okay. What do you mean with a bath? Okay, it's okay.
Se me
Gerson
vaya.
said, sometimes I get angry when I cook. Okay, you are correct, Gerson, with sometimes. Can you give me an example, Gerson, with occasionally? Thank you, April. And you have a mistake when you missing the letter H. The correct way you have to write in is like that, when. Okay, somebody can give me another example with occasionally, a part of April. Pozole.
I
Ale o April.
occasionally go to Paris.
Okay, you occasionally go to Paris. Thank you, Megan.
I occasionally park my father's truck.
Okay, thank you, Liz. Let's move on with the other one that it is seldom. That this have a 10%, and the example is I seldom go to the library. So somebody can give me or somebody can tell me another example about with seldom.
I seldom go to the bed.
Uh-huh. You seldom go to the bed?
Yes.
Who is speaking? April?
No. Was
Pozole. To the bed?
to the bed.
Bed. Okay. Thank you. Another one. Somebody can give me another example about with seldom? No, nobody? I seldom like to go for a walk. I don't know, or I don't understand what do you mean with I seldom like to go for a walk. If you can correct your mistake, please. Okay, I seldom watch horror movies. Okay, perfect, Ale. And Megan, you correct the mistake of Gerson that it is, I seldom like to walk for a walk. Okay, thank you, Megan. And we have the other one that is very, that had a 5%. We have, I rarely listen to the radio. Somebody can tell me another example, please?
I rarely
Mhm.
visit my cousins.
Okay, perfect, thank you. Another one?
I really like to listen to rock.
Okay, thank you. And let's move on with the last one, that it is never, and this have a 0%. That example is, I never listen to rock music. Somebody can give me another example about with never, please?
I
What?
never go to Cancun, la Riviera Maya.
Okay, thank you, Pozole. What about you, April or Megan?
I will never get person.
I never what?
Get person.
Get, can you write it on the chat? I can understand you, please.
My teacher, my example is I never do well in love.
Okay, thank you, April. Okay, thank you, Megan. It's correct. Do you have question with these examples, with these frequency adverbs? Do you have questions?
No, no yet.
Not yet? Okay. I'm going to create a team of 2 people. So you have to create a kind of conversation. You have to include, I always miss my girlfriend. I'm going to create a team. So please, the instruction is you have to elaborate some question using frequency adverbs. Once you're finished your questions about frequency adverbs, it's a conversation, okay? I never do well in the, okay, April. You have to perform the conversation in front of your classmates, okay? You have a questions about the instructions?
Tenemos que hacer una conversación con los
Con el
adverbios.
tema de frecuencia, exacto. Entonces, voy a crear los equipos, ¿va? Permítanme tantito.
A mí déjame con mi hermanito, ya que lo tengo aquí al lado.
Ok, háganlo ustedes juntos y ya ahorita yo junto a, pues sería Liz y April, ¿ok? ¿Está bien? Pozole y April, ¿está bien?
Yes, it's okay.
¿Qué tranza, pozole?
Pues ya se conocen, ¿verdad?
Okay. She knows me.
Yes, she know you. Ok, espérenme, déjenme crear la sala, ¿va? Creo que ya puedo. O creo que no puedo. Todavía no me aparece aquí. Ok. Ya va, ¿vale? Entonces, para la primera sala sería April y Pozole. Y para la sala 2 sería Gerson y Megan. Ok, listo.
Hola, April.
Hello.
Hello, how are you? Ah, ¿verdad?
Fine, and you?
No manches.
No tengo
Ok,
que
mira.
decir.
Dijo que una conversación usando los adverbios de
Lo que
tiempo,
sí,
sometimes, usually, and rarely, en todos esos, ¿va?
los acabamos de ver, ¿no?
Sí, déjame, te escribo la conversación aquí en el chat y ya nada más la leemos, ¿va?
Va.
Va, que va. Le voy a poner April a Liz, ¿va?
Sí, vi.
April. Nada más déjame pensar en qué podría ser.
Va. En que no me va bien en el amor, pero usualmente tengo unos bonitos pollos.
¿Me puedes escuchar? ¿Eh?
¿Mande?
¿Qué se ve? ¿Qué dices?
¿Escuchaste, Charlie?
No, no escuché. Llegué antes de
No.
tiempo.
Ay, estuvo bueno lo que dije. Que
¿Qué dijiste?
habláramos de que no me va bien en el amor, pero tengo unos buenos pollos.
Ay, April. Ay, espérame. Ya se me fue el teclado.
Ok, las escucho, chicas.
¿La estás grabando individual?
Sí.
Ay, no mames. Espérame. Es que le digo que le estoy escribiendo la conversación.
Sí, porque Gerson y Megan están en otra sala, pero pues ellos están juntos. Entonces, bueno, están en el mismo lugar, que trabajen ellos dos ahí.
Ah, bueno.
No sabía que se podía hacer eso, qué cool.
Oye, Charlie,
Mande.
¿y los mensajes que estoy enviando ahorita son para todos? ¿O
No,
nada más
es
para
que
ahorita que estoy aquí en la sesión?
solamente para aquí, para el grupo. O sea, para su sesión. Only it's just for your
Ok.
backup.
Le tomas screen, April, ¿va?
Sí, vi.
No,
Espérame.
ajá, ok.
¿Ya le tomo screen?
Ok. Los que digan April, tú los dices, ¿va?
Sí, vi.
Ok. Liz, do you usually go to the parties? Yes, I often go to Luxembourg. Really? Yes. Sometimes. Charlie, ¿cuántos adverbs tenemos que usar? ¿Sí aquí?
No, ya sí fue.
Ah, y hablando aquí como I go to Horus Disco. April. April. That sounds
Ok, permítanme nada más que se terminen de unir Pozole y April, ¿vale? Ok, ya estamos todos. We are here. So first, Gerson and Megan, can you give me your example of your conversation, please?
Okay, wait a minute. Um,
Es que se escucha así porque están muy cerca, Meg.
yeah,
Ya.
okay. Man, you know, I have never been in the beach.
What have you ever in your life been on the beach?
No, man, I wish I could often to go to the beach.
We have to every weekend talk
And you?
always go to the beach. I love it. What you see to the one you have free time.
I usually go to the pool, sometimes visit to my grandmother's, and I always play video games and talking ball.
We have to go. You have to know the love of the mother say.
Let's do it, man, next weekend.
No, we have to do it weekend.
Yeah, it's done.
Okay, thank you, Megan. Congratulations. So if you want, Megan, you can disconnect of the session if you can leave. If you have to leave, sorry, I don't have any problem, okay?
Okay, thank you. Bye-bye.
You too, bye. Okay, let's move on with Pozole and April.
Okay, we are ready.
Okay. Liz, do you usually go to the parties?
Yes, I often go to Lucky's bar.
Really?
Yes, sometimes I go to Oro's disco.
That sounds funny. Would like to go to any, is any or any teacher? Any place?
Any? If it is A-N-N-Y, it is any.
In E-G?
E-N-Y, any.
No, A-N-Y.
Por eso, A-N-Y, sorry, A-N-Y, any.
A-N-I.
Y, any.
Ajá.
Any.
Any?
Mhm.
Okay. Any place you mention?
That's no problem. If you want, I want to go with you. And that's all, miss.
Okay, thank you, girls. Congratulations. So I don't know if you already downloaded the worksheet that I sent you by the WhatsApp group. Can you tell me if you already have it? Girls, les envié una hoja de trabajo por WhatsApp. No sé si ya la descargaron. ¿Me pueden confirmar, por favor?
Charlie, ya no te escucho. ¿O es mi
¿Ya me
internet?
escuchas? ¿Ya me escuchas?
Ya,
¿Me
pero
escuchan?
no escuché nada de lo que dijiste, solo lo que descargamos.
Okay. I send you a worksheet by WhatsApp group. So I want to know if you already have it. Quiero saber si ya la tienen lista.
Ya.
¿Sí me escucharon? ¿Ya la tienen lista? ¿Me escuchan?
Sí.
Yes, Miss.
Okay, so I already present you the worksheet on your screens. So as you see, it's a reading, okay? In this reading, you can work in pairs or in trios because we are only 3 people in the class. So if you want, I can create a breakout room, and you are going to underline into the text. We have some sentences that have some frequency adverbs. So you have to underline it, and then we are going to check it, okay?
Okay.
Ok, voy a crear entonces la sala. ¿Me pueden decir si ven la pantalla, por favor? Digo, la hoja de trabajo.
Sí,
¿Sí?
pero
Espérame.
pues solo no está aquí.
Deja que sea una, espérame.
Ah, ok.
Ay, se está viendo mi WhatsApp, ¿ah?
¡Ay!
Ay, 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 ay.
Te habrás dejado el WhatsApp para ver, para
WhatsApp.
chismosear.
Espérate, deja de compartir. ¿Qué pasa con esto? ¿Qué les pasa?
También vieron tu pantalla los Gerson y...
Es que aún no se unen.
¿Ya no están?
O sea, no se han unido a la sesión de grupos, pues.
Mm.
No escuché. Hora. Hora.
No, aún no.
No, ya vi. Ya les mandé mensaje en el grupo.
No me ha dicho nada. ¿Por qué iba a salir? Con Gabriel. Chivis. Pero ya no. Charlie.
Ok,
Carla.
ya está Gerson. ¡Ey!
Todo se derrumbó
Ya está
dentro de
Gerson.
mí, dentro de mí.
April. April.
Ya. Ya. ¿No me escuchó?
¿Me puedes escuchar, April?
Sí.
¿Eh?
Sí. ¿No me escuchas?
Más o menos, te escuchas muy entrecortada.
Ahora.
Ya te escucho. Ay, cabrón, ¿quién es Luis Eduardo? Ya sé quién está. Ok, entonces, bueno, en esta sala están ustedes dos. Si pueden trabajar juntos, adelante, ¿vale?
¿Qué vamos a hacer?
En la hoja de trabajo que les envié por WhatsApp, me tienen que subrayar, dentro de esa lectura, hay oraciones que tienen
¿Los verbos?
algunos adverbios de frecuencia. Los adverbios de frecuencia, me los tienen que subrayar.
Pero solamente el adverbio, por ejemplo, el usually y así.
Ajá, solamente eso.
I got it,
¿Segura?
Miss.
¿Eh?
¿Segura
I
o
got
toda
it.
una oración?
Nada más el adverbio de frecuencia en donde se encuentre.
Ok. Ya estamos los tres.
Voy a detener la sala de grupos para que puedan trabajar. Por fin nada más son 3. Entonces, para que puedan trabajar pues en la sala principal. Ok, ya está April en Gerson.
Entonces, comparto la pantalla.
Sí, sí quiero ese, pero si quieres la comparto yo para que no tengan problema, ¿vale?
Va. ¿Eh? No lo sé, Rick.
Ay, compartí otra cosa, espérenme. Ok, me dicen si ya la pueden ver, por favor.
Yes,
Yeah.
I can see.
Okay, so you have 5 minutes to finish the activity, please.
Teacher, ahí.
You,
Sometimes. ¿Por qué no puedo hacer más chiquita?
¿cómo van, chicas?
Ahí voy.
Ok, Gerson, lo que tienen que hacer es subrayar los adverbios de frecuencia que se encuentren dentro del texto. Les puse un pequeño ejemplo en el primer párrafo que se encuentra de Mike's hobbies and interests. As you can see, I underline, yo subrayé and usually relaxes in front of the TV. Lo subrayé porque tenemos el adverbio de frecuencia que es usually. In the second example, we have sometimes instead of what.
Sí, estoy bien.
Okay, guys, first of all, how are you?
I'm tired.
You're tired. Why you're tired?
Porque ayer me fui al gym.
Why?
Because. Espérame, es que no sé cómo decirlo.
¿Qué quieres decir? What did you say?
Ayer me fui al gimnasio.
Okay, you are tired because you were in the gym? Because you went to the gym?
I tired because you went to the gym.
I went to the gym.
I went to the gym.
Okay, perfect. So, is it raining in your town? ¿Está lloviendo donde viven?
No, aquí no.
Okay. Perfect, girls. So I'm going to share with you. Okay, wait a minute. No, first of all, I'm going to ask you 3 questions. So if you cannot answer in the microphone, you can write it in the chat, okay? Okay, the first question is, when did you usually take a shower? I'm going to write you in the chat, okay? Okay, there is the question. So please, if you can speak, you can write on the chat, okay? Please. Okay, every 2 days in a week or in a year, Megan? In a week, okay, 2 times a week. So Megan take a shower 2 times a week, correct? Okay, and no? O sea, yes, I say that you take a shower 2 times a week. Tú toma, o sea, tú te bañas cada 2 días a la semana, ¿no?
Ah,
That's what I say. ¿Qué
me
entendiste?
baño como 5 días a la semana, o sea, dejando un día de espera por cada día.
Entonces sería, ¿te bañas cada que 3 veces a la semana?
4, dejo
Bueno,
un día de espera, a veces 5. Si me da ganas.
ok, entonces sería Megan, take a shower 5 times a week. Okay, and what about you, Gerson? If you can speak, you can write it on the chat. Me too, the same. Okay, Ale, thank you. O sea, I mean, 5 times a week or 2 times, Ale? 3 times a week. Okay, thank you, Ale. And what about you, Pozole? What about you, Pozole?
Ah, perdón, apenas se pudo conectar eso.
Okay, don't
¿Me
worry.
puedes volver a preguntar?
Okay. When did you usually take a shower?
¿Cada cuándo me baño?
Exactly.
4 days per week.
Always? You always take a shower? Every day? Todos los
¿Cuál
días
cuando me
te bañas?
acuerdo?
Okay. Okay. Okay, thank you, Gerson. Okay, let's move on with the next question. So the next question is, where do you often go in summer? If you don't understand the question, you can ask me, okay?
¿La puedes escribir? Es que se me
Ok.
corta mi internet, no está tan chido.
Okay, voy. Okay, the question is, when do you often go in summer? Okay, there is the question on the chat. Okay, we have, I don't go out often in the summer. Okay, thank you, Alan. But I think sometimes you go to in summertime vacation or in holidays, no? I would like to think so. Okay, what about of the rest? I usually go to the beach or the pita to buy clothes. And can you tell me what are the prices, if it is high the prices in Tepito or are low?
¿Cómo? ¿Me puedes repetir, por favor?
Si los precios de la ropa en Tepito son elevados o son bajos.
Ah, no, son bajos, medianos. No, ni tan caro ni tan barato.
Okay, thank you, Megan. What about of the rest? Ay, bueno. Okay, I cannot see any message on the chat. So I'm going to ask the last question. Okay, the last question is. As the same, I'm going to write on the chat. What is something you never do around your parents? What is something you never do around your parents? Algo que nunca hayas hecho cuando están tus papás. That is the question.
To smoke.
Smoke, okay, perfect. Thank you, Megan. What about the rest?
¿De tus papás qué?
¿Cuál es? ¿Qué es lo que nunca has hecho en frente de tus padres? What is it? What is something you never do around your parents? Sorry, I have a mistake in the sentence. Is my boyfriend? Ajá, okay, thank you, Ale.
Pues no, ya todo lo hice enfrente de ellos.
Okay, thank you, April. What about the rest? Gerson, Pozole, kiss my boyfriend. Okay, thank you for your answers. So I'm going to share with you.
Crash the car?
Sorry?
Crash the car.
I
Choqué el
didn't
carro.
understand you. Sorry?
Que choqué el carro.
Okay. Okay, thank you. Thank you for your answer. So I'm going to share with you some slides about the topic.
Ya no
I
se te
hope you
escucha.
understand. ¿Ya me escuchan?
Ya, ahorita ya.
Yeah, okay. So I'm going to share with you some slides. I hope you can understand the chat. The slide, sorry. You can tell me if you see the presentation.
Yes, I can.
Okay, a ver, esperen.
But your connection is cut a lot.
Okay, yes, it is raining in Ixlahuaca. So can you tell me if you can see the presentation?
Yes, I can see.
Okay, thank you. Okay. I'm going to write the explanation on the chat because I know that my connection is not good. So I'm going to write it on the chat, okay? If you can listen to me. So the topic of today is frequency adverbs. The first question is, what did you understand? Understand when I mention frequency adverbs. Answer. April, ¿me escuchas?
Ya.
¿Sí me escuchas? Ok, gracias.
Ya.
Em, y voy a compartir mi pantalla. Gerson, ¿te quedó alguna duda de, bueno, alcanzaste a escuchar la instrucción? ¿Cómo va a ser, April?
Ahí voy, solo que yo estoy subrayando los puros, no estoy subrayando toda la oración, solo los adverbios.
En donde encuentro los adverbios de frecuencia. Hola Luis, para ti que vas llegando, the topic that we saw was frequency adverbs. If you can looking for on internet and make a note about frequency adverbs and I can... ¿Sí me escuchas?
No, se está trabando bien feo.
A ver, ¿ya me escuchas bien?
Ajá. Creo que
Ok,
era mis
te lo
dedos.
voy a decir en español, ¿vale? El tema que vimos el día de hoy fue frequency adverbs. Pues igual, o sea, lo único que te voy a pedir es que hagas como un tipo resumen de lo que es, que lo busques por tu cuenta y yo te paso, bueno, esta hoja de trabajo ya está en WhatsApp. Esta igual, nada más me la mandas por WhatsApp, al igual que tu apunte, y te lo tomo como trabajo en clase, ¿vale?
Ok.
Vale, gracias. ¿Terminaron ya, chicos? April, ¿cómo vas?
A la mitad solo que se me fue el internet.
¿Ya acabaste?
Ya casi.
¿Mande? No te escuché.
Ya casi.
Ok. ¿Cómo vamos, April?
Ya me falta la segunda hoja.
Ok, está bien, perfecto. Ok, chicos, pues vamos a empezar con las correcciones, ¿vale? Okay, pues en primer instante, for first instant, we have the first one that it is, I don't know, usually relaxes in front of TV for an hour, sometimes instead of watching TV. He often reads the news on the internet. Mike rarely sees his family because he lives in Ireland. ¿Cuál otra? ¿Cuál otra? They usually practice at the weekends. Y creo que para esta parte de aquí es todo, ¿ok?
Ok. No,
¿Cuál otra falta? ¿Se perdió una?
no.
No, sí está
Always no es, ¿verdad? Ni enjoys.
Enjoys no, pero always sí.
Ni
Ah, sí,
always.
ya la vi, ya la vi.
Ah,
Always
ya
practice in the
ves,
garage, ¿ok? ¿Hasta aquí van bien? Ok, vamos con la siguiente. Tenemos el de Angela's Hobbies and Interests. Y the first instance we have Angela is very active and loves the outdoors. Every morning she goes going in the park near her house and she usually cycles to work. We have the first one. Occasionally when the weather is bad, she takes the bus. She does gymnastics once a week on the Thursday evenings. She really enjoys hiking, but she rarely, we have another one, she really does it because she works all week and is often, we have often too busy or tired at the weekends. And for the second paragraph, we have, she likes to hike in the mountains. She always takes a backpack with her with something to eat and some supplies inside. Sometimes she goes hiking with friends and sometimes she goes alone. We have twice sometimes. She prefers to go with friends, but most of her friends, don't like hiking as much as she does. Okay, hasta aquí están bien.
Mm, some might think something, no?
Something, no, no más sometimes.
Sometimes, okay.
Something, no. Remember that I gave you a kind of, les di como una pirámide al principio, bueno, in the slides. I don't know if you remember it.
Yes,
Ok. Ahí se encuentran los frequency adverbs. Okay, we
Okay.
have another one that it is Daniel's hobbies and interests. Daniel is very artistic in his free time. He enjoys painting and drawing. He prefers to paint portraits and he is very good at it. His paintings are often displayed at exhibition. He also writes short stories from time to time, but he prefers painting to writing. He has recently bought a camera and is hoping that photography will become on his new hobbies. One of Daniel's other hobbies is playing chess, which has nothing to do with art. I think we have only one in this part. That it is, he sometimes plays chess at competitions, but we have two, but he never wins. His friends tell him that he should stick to painting portraits. Aquí solamente hay dos frequency adverbs, okay? Let's move on with another one that it is Judith hobbies and interests. We have in her free time, Judith doesn't like to stay at home. She prefers to go out with her friends or family. Most weekends, Judith and her friends go out drinking and dancing. Occasionally, they eat out first, but they don't do this very often because they don't like the same restaurant. Judith's friends often argue about which restaurant to go to, but Judith doesn't mind where they go as long as she's having fun. Judith also likes going to the cinema, but her friends can stand the kinds of films she likes. So we have another one that it is, so they never go with her. And another one, she sometimes goes with her sister, who doesn't mind the kinds of films Judith likes. Ok, hasta aquí igual solamente son dos. ¿Están bien?
En la parte de arriba dice occasionally, ese tampoco, ¿verdad?
Cierto. Sí, no, sí, está bien.
Ni
Thank you, April.
de
So
cow,
we have three.
¿sí?
Yes, you are correct. Occasionally they eat out of first, okay? Entonces serían tres.
In the cow,
In where, sorry? And often, yes.
ajá.
Students often argue about which restaurant to go to, okay? Entonces son cuatro, sorry. Thank you, April. Okay, let's move on with another one. That it is Peter, hobbies and interests. Okay, we have Peter is quite sporty. He loves playing football and plays for a local team. He is very competitive and he can stand loss in a game. Luckily, he still plays very well, so they hardly ever lose. Peter also enjoys watching sports on TV, especially football. Peter's other hobbies are fishing and gardening. He finds it relaxing unlike football. Peter and his wife, Sarah, often to do gardening together. Okay, we have the first one that it is often do gardening together, and they often listen to the radio as they plant flowers and pull out of the weeds, okay? Peter would like Sarah to go fishing with him, but she hates fishing, so hardly ever goes with him. Hardly ever have a function as frequency adverb, okay? So this is the other one of frequency adverb. Aquí está, hasta aquí van bien. Creo que ya son todos, ¿no? Ah, no, no, sí.
Teacher, otra vez puedes subrayar los de Peter, por fin.
Voy. Era la de... Ay, ¿dónde están? Aquí está. Often do the gardening together, and they often listen, and hardly ever. They hardly ever lose. Aquí está. Este no se encuentra en la pirámide que les mostré, pero también tiene una función como adverbio de frecuencia. Por ejemplo, aquí un ejemplo con hardly ever, puedo decir, I hardly ever take my breakfast with my friends. Yo muy rara la vez, eso quiere decir muy rara la vez. ¿Ok?
Ok. Muy rara vez. Teacher, te faltó en Joyce.
A ver, ¿en dónde? Pero ese no es
Ahí, en Peter, ¿no? En Joyce, ¿no?
En Joyce es como de gusto. Peter also Joyce. Aquí sería, a Peter le gusta ver los deportes en la televisión.
Ah, ok. Gracias.
De nada. Y ok, chicos, pues eso sería todo por el día de hoy. Muchas gracias por haber estado en la clase. Thank you so much. I'll see you tomorrow. Then the next class is tomorrow, and it will be the last class. Well, not the last class is on Friday. So I'll see you tomorrow, okay, guys?
Yes, teacher.
Okay, thank you for being here.
Bye, teacher.
Bye, thank you.